A girl is sitting in front of me. Today is the first night of my marriage with him. We got married a few days ago. We are married in the family. Marriage is done according to social and religious norms. I brought the girl home today. The girl greeted me as I entered the house. I replied and went to her and sat next to her. We both asked each other some questions. At one point I was not ready to listen to what he told me. I don't know if anyone has ever said that, especially on the first wedding night. I was totally unprepared to hear that. I have never been an attentive listener. I had to be beaten and humiliated in school and college for not listening to Sir's lectures carefully. But when my married wife started telling the truth about what happened in her life, I had to listen carefully. My married wife started saying,
I want to tell you a truth. Although I should have told you this before we got married, I didn't. Because I'm not that brave or truthful. Forgive me for this. But now I want to say, I can't forgive myself if I say no. What you do after knowing is up to you. Even if you give me a divorce, I have to say this today. If I don't tell you today, I won't tell anyone else in my life. Must be a criminal all his life. I am not a virgin. I am an abused girl. I was only 8 or 9 years old then. One day I came back from school and saw that my parents were not at home. Our family consisted of parents, grandmother, me and my younger uncle. 2 rooms in total. There were 4 rooms. My parents lived in one room and I lived in another. And grandmother lived in another room and uncle in another room. Little uncle is not married yet. After school I came home and went to my room to change my school dress. Suddenly I saw my animal uncle hiding in my room looking at me and seeing everything. He jumped on me. Just as a hungry cheetah pounces on a small fresh deer. Before I knew it, he grabbed my face and laid me on the bed. Then he raped me. I was suffering a lot. I was screaming, but no sound came out because of my mouth. I was trying to escape from him, but I couldn't. I felt like I was dying. I was bleeding profusely from my genitals. He finished his work and cleaned everything and threw me on the bed. My body did not have the strength to stand. A lot of pain. I was too tired to lie down. There was no crying, just rage. And water was falling from the eyes like rain. That day I thought, I will kill him or I will die. But I couldn't do any. He could not even try to kill him. And I did not dare to commit suicide. I am still living a sinful life. I could not tell anyone what happened that day. Nobody knows. All these years this incident has consumed me like hell.
The girl looked down and cried. I was looking at him very deeply and listening to the extreme truths that happened in his life. I did not understand when the tears started falling from my eyes. I don't know why I wanted to scream myself. I didn't know what to do. I want to hug her to my chest and scream, "You have no more fear, you will never cry thinking about this again." But I could not say. I could not hug him. I hated myself as a person. My mind was condemning me. I feel guilty. But I never want to hurt this girl. I want to be with her for the rest of my life. I want to love her. I want to take all her pain. On the first night of marriage, instead of sweet lies, the truth broke my heart like a sharp knife. How many can say such truth? How many people have the courage to say such extreme truth? I wiped the girl's tears. I took her hand in mine and said, "You are not a criminal, not a sinner, not a rapist. You are one of God's rewards for me as a virtuous wife. I don't know, I got such a wife for some good work. You have no more fear, you will never cry again, you will never feel guilty again. I love you, my dear wife."